There are a lot of reasons to play against the CPU in any fighting game. If you're like me, or at least how I was, you may not have good internet and online may not be a viable option a lot of the time. Maybe you just want to play, but aren't feeling hopping online. Maybe you just like steamrolling a helpless AI opponent, or perhaps you just need a warm-up game or two. Whatever the reason, the CPUs can actually be quite helpful and fun to utilize, but they can also be very dangerous. I've mentioned this before in a previous video, but I think this topic is extremely important and it's something that is rarely talked about. Today I would like to talk about why you shouldn't practice against the level 9 CPUs, the effect it can have on you as a player, like bad habits you can pick up, as well as provide some alternative methods to practicing against level 9 computers. While playing against the CPUs can seem harmless, it may have some impact on your gameplay that you might not even notice. So the first thing I would like to go over is why practicing against the level 9 CPUs is harmful to your gameplay. Reason being is that the highest level CPUs are the highest level because they are programmed to be difficult to beat. And they are difficult to beat because the level 9 AI has frame perfect options, frame perfect rolls, air dodges, and punishes. Now what this does and why it's harmful is that it teaches you very bad habits. Now I'll go into those habits more in detail in the next section, so you'll find out exactly how this is bad for growth. Another reason this is harmful is that the computer is programmed to make the same move every single time. There's no adaptation from the CPU, no learning, no reading, no baiting, just a programmed action for every scenario. If the CPU is above me in the air and I go for an aerial, the CPU will air dodge, and I punish the air dodge landing lag with an up smash every single time. And I'm sure you can see why that'd be a problem, but again, I'll go into a bit more detail in a bit. So now let's go into detail about the bad habits you will inevitably pick up when practicing against the level 9 CPU. To put it simply, the CPUs are not real people. The most important part about playing a game like Smash competitively is being able to read your opponent based on habits, punish them based on how they react to certain options, and condition them to adapt to how you want them to play. And playing against AI not only doesn't allow you to learn this, but it actually has an inverse effect. As I said before, the AI has a programmed set of options they will do frame perfect for every scenario, and they will perform this action whenever the criteria is met. So instead of reading a real opponent, you condition yourself to only reading a CPU. You will find yourself only punishing options the CPU is programmed to do, which they will do over and over with no variation or adaptation on its part, and you will never be adapting to choices a real opponent who is constantly adapting would make. And conditioning yourself in this way takes away the most key component of playing any competitive game. And if you aren't adapting to your opponent correctly, you can be sure they're adapting to you, because it's also guaranteed that you will pick up habits choosing the same option over and over again the computer doesn't know how to punish you for. This is an example of negatively conditioning yourself into bad options and habits. Nothing turns an option into a habit faster than repeated success. For example, if jump get up works every time without punish against the CPU, you're going to go for that because it can't punish you for it. So then you take it into a match with a human. Your go-to ledge option will always be jump get up, even if you don't realize it, and you will be punished. And you'll keep doing it because that repeated success against the CPU has made this a habit, and habits get punished by good players. Lastly, and I speak from experience because this is something I struggle with the most, is that playing against the CPU encourages autopiloting. Autopiloting is the worst habit to have as a player, and the AI only makes it worse. It's easy, it's predictable, and there's no need for any mental stimulation. So in my experience, you just don't think. It's incredibly easy to autopilot against the CPU, and the more you play against them, the less you think when you play. And when you play against them often, you play against real people the same way, not thinking about anything you do. And that is potentially the worst habit of them all, because I think it's the hardest one to remedy. So let's go over the alternatives. What should I do then, Energy, if I can't fight the computers? Well, firstly, in case it wasn't obvious enough, play real people. Real people adapt, real people learn, and real people will force mental stimulation and punish your bad habits. If you have internet, hop on the online service, find an online tournament, or browse the Smash chords for some casual friendlies. If not, find a local tournament scene or start one if you don't have one. But if none of these things are an option, lab your butt off. Hit the training room, practice combos, confirms, and find new tech. And if you feel like you need to warm up or just only want to play against the CPU, instead of playing against a level 9 CPU, here's an alternative that is much more healthy. Set it to level 1, 99 stocks, and just practice your confirms and combos. This method helps you practice them against a moving opponent without cementing any bad habits. So that's it for this video, guys, hope you guys enjoyed my reasons not to play against the CPU. It's something that I struggle with a lot in Smash 4, but now that I have good internet, I'm definitely going to move away from. So if you guys please enjoyed this video, and if you guys, agree with what I say or disagree, please leave a comment below and leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, share this with people who practice against the CPUs way too much. Maybe this will help them learn that this is, in my opinion, not the best way to learn and grow as a player. So again, please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.